Welcome, guys, to episode number 118 of our live show here on the Followers of the Force podcast. How is everybody doing, first of all? It's been 2
I
weeks
just
since one of
started
these.
this show by yawning at all of you, so I'm clearly doing fantastic.
Good. I'm pretty tired too, not going to lie. Jason, Meg, how are you guys?
I'm fine. I took the dog to the dog park. I'm really looking forward to not having to work Monday. I mean, I work from home, so it's not like a big deal, but it's just sort of like it's going to be the weekends are feeling shorter and shorter lately, so it'll be nice to have 3 days. So I like my job, but it's just weird.
I've had a lot of caffeine. It's fine. You know what? I'm not even going to apologize for anything that comes out of my mouth or the speed of anything that comes out of my mouth throughout the rest of this entire stream. Look at how much I have just talked. Welcome.
I'm now feeling inadequate for the amount of caffeine I've had, so I'm gonna maybe chug the Diet Coke that I have here. Normally, I just use it to keep to wet my whistle, but yeah, you put it on the the Discord that you had got a venti something. So I was like, I approve. I got a venti. Like I was run down this morning and I had to work, and so by the way, this is how lazy I am. I Uber Eats Starbucks, so I had them deliver.
I've done that.
To me.
I've done that.
Yeah, I had them. Yeah, so I'm like, and after I had my venti, whatever it was, I was good to go.
Nice.
Caffeine is it's good.
All I'm gonna say about caffeine, though, for those of you that are avid Starbucks drinkers, get rid of your whipped cream, pay $1 extra, and get vanilla sweet cream cold foam.
Oh,
You've given us this tip before. No,
it's so good.
Meg, I'm not so much worried. I just saw what you were drinking, and I'm not really worried about the caffeine as the sugar.
There's also that. You're not wrong.
I'm understanding everything Meg's saying, but I have ADHD, so my brain moves on fast forward. So everybody else, you might just have to slow us down.
Good.
You're also not wrong. Oh, God.
It's fine. Man.
It's fine. It's great. We're going to have a great time.
Yep.
And we actually have a lot to get through today.
Good. We'll do it really fast.
Yeah, we'll do it super fast. And sorry, guys,
edition.
We're trying this out where it's just audio from me, and maybe I don't freeze as often. We'll see how that works. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Well, we're not going to know because your thing is just a picture. So
exactly.
so if you're either
right
mad
now.
Or you're frozen.
Either I'm just like I've just had enough, or I'm frozen. We'll see. But let's just go. Let's start off with some news that came out today, and that is got the High Republic Wave 2 embargo lifted today, and we've got some latest news from the High Republic, and we're going to shoot that over to Meg, because Meg, the background, it speaks for itself.
Yep. Yeah.
You know the books.
Yeah.
So tell us, what has been going on with the High Republic?
Yeah, so today we can all now talk about the 3 books that are coming out in the next few months. It's June and July, so you can now yell about, I almost said A Crash of Fate. That is not the name of the book. It is a very good book, though. Highly recommend.
Shout out Zoraida Cordova.
Yes, that's the one. The Rising Storm, Race to Crash Point Tower, and Out of the Shadows. We can all talk about those now. And I have not read them yet, but they're coming next on my list of reading things, and they are very good, which does not surprise me. But also, today, we learned several things. One of those things being there's a new comic miniseries. It is a detective story written by Daniel Jose Older, who the comic series is like for, it's kind of geared toward younger readers, but like we're Star Wars fans, like sometimes it doesn't matter. He's very good at comic writing and writing for younger audiences. And he is writing, that's why he's writing one of the books for younger readers that's coming out soon. But he's also doing that comic series. And then if you like collecting multiple versions of Star Wars books, like I do, there are exclusive versions. Oh my God, I'm almost done, I promise. There are exclusive versions of The Rising Storm and Out of the Shadows at Target, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart. And they just have different covers, but they are beautiful. Good job for designing those. David, where have you gone? Anyway, so that all just happened. It's all exciting. If you want to go spend money on more books then you might have room for, go do the thing.
So wait, those were all announced today, or those all came out today, or?
So the Wave 2 books, like they've been released to reviewers, but like the embargo lifted today, so that's why you're seeing a lot of reviews and people talking about them. Because up until today, we weren't allowed to say anything about them. And then the new stuff is like the exclusive books at different places, and the comic miniseries. So there's a lot happening in comics. It's really exciting.
It is. I was asleep during the High Republic show. I took a nap after work, so I was hoping that you would catch me up on whatever I missed because I did not have coffee today. We were just talking. I started a new Star Wars Discord with some people, and that comics are really doing a good portion of Star Wars storytelling right now. There's a lot of really exciting things.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Now, Rachel, have you?
Sorry.
Have you started reading the High Republic books?
I have not. I really need to catch up. I'm so behind on all of my books, and I have so many books to read that I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed by the amount of books I have to read. So instead of reading some of them, I read none of them.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So I'm going to.
So Meg, as the person that has been reading them, like, do you sort of think that like the High Republic is where just publishing is headed, or do you think we're going to see the High Republic bleed out into Disney Plus movies, like non sort of publication media? Non-publication media. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
I kind of knew what you meant somehow. I have no idea. They have said, well, I guess when they first announced it, they were very clear that it was a publishing initiative, as in like, this is going to be books and comics, kind of implying that it wasn't going to be anything else. But let's be honest, this is Star Wars. Any opportunity they have to make anything bigger, they're going to do that. Because that's what Star Wars does. There is a chance that like the bigger that the High Republic gets, the more likely there is to be not just like merchandise, like Funko Pops, for example, but shows, movies. We'll see how that goes. The thing about the High Republic books and comics, and I saw someone post about this earlier today, and I can't remember who it was. Otherwise, I would give you credit for it. I love you. You're great. Who were you? Anyway. The thing about the High Republic is that it has the potential to draw in a lot of people who haven't read the books, any Star Wars books, or haven't read Star Wars books in a long time, because it's like its own contained story. So when you pick up Light of the Jedi, which is like technically the first book in the High Republic timeline, you don't have to know anything. Hi,
Meg. Oh my God, I missed your face.
I miss you too.
Meg is really
so
caffeinated.
All I heard was High Republic, and my first thought was, there's a Markion Pro poster.
Oh my God, there is. I forgot to mention that. Which one is that
in? The Target exclusive, the one that came. Sorry, I just jump in here and I just start yelling. I just finished an interview, so I'm just catching up on everything. But I see Markion Pro, and I'm here.
Oh my God, this is great. Yes, again, exclusive editions. Get those, please.
Oh, I love it.
I am trying to decide if I want to start and read. I don't have Light of the Jedi. I have Into the Dark, and I'm like, should I read Into the Dark and then start Phase 2, or should I just like run into Phase 2 and just forget about everything? It's fine.
The thing is that like you technically can. They're doing a really good job with these books of like making it so that if you are to pick up just one random one, you're not going to be totally lost. You get a lot of benefit out of reading everything that comes before it, but they're designing this whole thing so that you can pretty much jump in whenever and you'll be all right. But there's also tons of resources in terms of like character guides and like what did you miss in this book and things like that. If you really don't have time to read everything, which I don't blame you if you don't.
Well, there's a lot of names.
I'm gonna start, I think, with the Race to Crash Point Tower because it was that was the one for kids, right? So I figured I could attention span.
There you go. Start with that. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's like you know what? I'm not going to say that because I don't remember for sure. That some of the stories like are not aligned exactly, but like they do fit together. So like if you read that one, and then if you were to read like The Rising Storm, like you'll be good. I'm saying this not having read any of them yet. I'm very close. I'm getting there. Yeah, but
I was gonna say with what you're saying about moving into other avenues, isn't the Acolyte supposed to be set at the end of the High Republic era?
It is.
So I'm wondering if that's how they're going to bridge it.
That is possible.
Hannah's eyebrows just both went up at the same time.
I've been running on that crack theory since they announced everything. I'm like, we're going to end with Acolyte. It is going to be very emotional.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm here right now for Mark Young-Rowe and Stellan Gios and Geode.
Oh, Geode forever.
I just finished Into the Dark.
Geode, but the memes are giving me life.
I finished Into the Dark last night, and I'm like, I understand.
My God.
Like
it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
Claudia Gray does not miss.
No, never.
So good.
Sorry,
this is going to turn into the High Republic show. I'm sorry, we can't top Christina's work, but
no, absolutely not.
We can get excited.
No fan show for the High Republic show.
Just you wait. It's going to get even worse after June.
Oh my God, you and I need to just talk for like 4 hours about these books.
Yes, we do.
And we will, and we could because
I'm going to catch up. I promise. I'll get there.
Yes, you are also invited. You're all invited.
I'm having severe High Republic FOMO.
Get on it.
Join the Geode party.
Yes. So good.
I love the entire crew of the vessel and would die for all of them.
Yes. Oh God. I'm so happy.
Okay. Do we want to flick on another story and we can just go?
Yes, Meg and I will calm down.
Yeah.
I don't care.
What I was going to bring up was it's not really. I mean, it's news only in that it broke in the last 7 days, but apparently Dave Filoni has been promoted to, let me get his exact title here. I have the variety. Executive Creative Director at Lucasfilm. And apparently he's had this job since last year, but they just haven't updated the website, apparently. So apparently they updated the Lucasfilm website this past week, and Twitter went nuts, and they were like, I don't know exactly. I have the article up now, so I'm trying to see exactly what that means. Like, I'm wondering in some ways if it's like, it's just a title bump, you know, is it because he was kind of running most of the creative, at least the animation stuff at Lucasfilm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just like the news apparently is that it's now officially on the Lucasfilm website under name. That's his title now. Yeah. But I guess this means he's going to be. No one has really said what exactly it means or how his job is going to be different. I mean, it doesn't mean that he's in charge of the books and the movies, or is he still just sort of in charge of his own little area of TV and Disney Plus, or? And I can't really find it. The article goes into a lot of his background. I didn't know he was 46. Yeah. Dave Filoni's 46. So there's your
He's younger than my dad,
I guess, out of this. But
yeah. Anyway.
So I guess I mean I don't know.
Maybe it's more of a thing of like keeping canon together, like especially like within the universe of like animation and live action. I mean, since he's working on so many projects, that's at least one theory I have. I really don't know if he'll be touching the books quite as much. I know with E.K. Johnston, she talked to him a lot of like with the Ahsoka novel, but I don't know if it's going to be particularly with like the characters that he's created or if all of them, because I do not see Project Luminous being touched by him.
I could just see, because he is an executive creative director, not the executive creative director, it might just be a title bump to a new level of title for him.
I mean, not that I think he was going to go anywhere anyway, but I think I also kind of figure that he's and I think he probably was this anyway, but probably now he'll be more so. But it's just kind of like, I mean, the keeper of everything Star Wars at Lucasfilm up until he sold it was George Lucas, and Filoni is kind of the closest. I mean, he literally worked underneath him for 10 years, so he's kind of as close to being able to ask George Lucas a question about Star Wars as you're going to get at Lucasfilm currently. That's kind of how I sort of see it. So I guess if somebody has a question about something in a TV show or something, and there's like, they can ask George. They can ask Dave. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think also it's clearly to keep him there. I mean,
a bunch of studios probably would love to have him come to work for them.
Oh yeah, but I mean, there was nothing in there about how like, oh well, he's in charge of the movies now. He's in charge of this now. I mean, it seems like he's still in charge of the things he was in charge of before, which was Bad Batch and Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, and I'm guessing Ahsoka. I mean, even if he's not like hands-on every day with those shows, I think he's still, even like on Andor, I think he's still an executive producer. So even if he's not like writing the scripts and on set and things like that. So I don't know. It's a good thing. It's a piece of good news. So
yeah,
I
congratulations.
don't think
Dave.
it was as I don't think it was the big deal. Everybody was like, yeah, I saw a couple articles that were like, well, this means he's going to redo the sequels. I'm like, no, he's not. He's not going to.
You know what my favorite part of that whole fucking conversation was? He's going for Kathleen Kennedy's position. Bitch, she's the one who promoted him.
That's not how it works.
That's not how this works.
Yeah, no, that
doesn't work.
Yeah,
that way.
I might be the dumbest Disney shill to ever live sometimes, but like, even I know that's not how promotions work.
Okay, this is not
Don't
Game of
promote
Thrones.
yourself.
This is not Game of Thrones. You do not get promoted and then knock off the person who promoted you. That's not how this works.
Yeah, first of all, if you spent a day in corporate America, you would never hire somebody right underneath you who could do your job better than you. So, and I'm not. Oh God, I'm not saying that about the two of them. I'm just saying, you know. Anyway, we'll get off of that before we end up on YouTube.
Yeah, we don't need that again.
Yeah,
we're good. We're fine. We're good. It's all fine. Everybody backpedal. Pretend the last 5 minutes just didn't happen. It's fine.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes didn't happen, and we didn't complain about the world.
I can just start screaming about Murky on Row again. If y'all really want.
There we go. If all else fails, we'll just go right to Hannah screaming that. I guess the next story is not such a happy one, but Rangers of the New Republic is no longer in pre-production, or it's been put on hold.
I mean, with so many shows, I expected some of them would probably get delayed.
Yeah, same.
Well, I'm not super upset about it because I didn't know anything about it. Like, you know, I mean, all I know is it's set in the New Republic and it's got possibly Rangers in it. Like, I don't know. I didn't know anything about it, so it's hard to be upset that I'm not going to get to see it. Do you know what I mean? So
I wasn't really interested unless they were giving me Star Wars Law and Order SVU. So,
well, that may have been what you were getting. Nobody knows because nobody knows anything about it.
You cannot.
So,
you cannot replace Olivia Benson. Sorry.
I mean, we can bring Olivia Benson into Star Wars.
Oh my God.
Please. I would watch that show.
I would be really interested to watch that kind of happen.
That's something I've never considered that I wanted, and now I want it.
Or like Criminal Minds version of Star Wars. What about that?
Okay, so they need to be Olivia Benson needs to be brought into Star Wars, and all the Twi'lek dancing girls that Jabba's trafficking are freed by Olivia Benson. Make it happen.
I'm sure some fans would love that.
That would be so good.
Please.
Can we have
Could she hire?
Can we have a
Fett
protocol droid that's?
help?
Can we have a protocol droid that's voiced by Ice-T?
Yes.
Oh, what is happening?
I need this. Oh my God, y'all, Disney. Please make this happen. Oh my God. I would. It's my ever.
Now I'm upset there's no Rangers of the Republic isn't going forward. If this was the show we're going to get, now I'm mad. Now I'm upset.
But it's stopped. That doesn't mean it's never happening. It's just paused.
It's currently paused.
So it could still happen.
Okay.
Pause. Oh, great. Well, when they unpause it, hopefully they'll just go and get the cast from Law and Order SVU and just put them in a bus over to the volume.
I need the SVU team. Maybe not necessarily the SVU team. I need the people from the SVU team talking about kidnapping the Jedi kidnappings that they do.
Oh.
I need them just.
Oh God, that's right. Well, even if you're doing even if you're doing the New Republic, weren't they stealing stormtroopers? I mean, stealing kids for stormtroopers.
Yes!
So that could be
God. I need a Olivia
whole
Benson
thing,
picking some stormtrooper
Olivia
butt.
Benson's trying to bust Moff Gideon for trying to get Grogu.
Wow, this is just going places.
I don't think people understand the genius of what happens on this podcast.
No, I really want Paulson Hung Lee, who is in The Mandalorian. I need him. Like, I want him in all my Star Wars now.
I was hoping it would focus on him.
Well, he could be Ice-T's partner.
No, Ice-T follows him. There's no way. I don't want. I'm sorry. Ice-T does not need to be. They could be equals. No partners. So just
partners. I don't know. Partners.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, Ice-T's just going to voice the droid, voice a C-3PO looking droid that just has Ice-T's voice. And
I'm just so happy.
Don't think tonight I'm gonna find some like Ice-T, like I'm gonna just a still of like C-3PO and try and play some Ice-T dialogue underneath it.
Please, somebody make a fan video of this. I need this now.
I just want to know because so if we go with Law and Order versus like a standard cop show, right? That means we need to find out all about New Republic courts. So literally the next option we could get would be Judge Judy in Star Wars.
How have we gotten here? What?
We have gone down a path, and I am so happy we have.
There's no going back.
You're welcome.
Oh my God! I want Hondo as Judge Judy.
Hondo gets pulled in front of Judge Judy at least once a week.
I was not expecting that.
Okay, but then
I need some poor tired, just New Republic judge just looking at Hondo, going, "What the fuck, man? Can we not
make it the court from the Amanda Show?"
Oh my God!
I know we have the. I know we have the thing that says Rangers of the New Republic no longer in active development, but I think we've solved the problem. I think whatever issue they were having with it, I think we've solved the problem.
I think we have too. Okay, no,
very serious. This is a very serious news show.
Or we could do Meeber Gascon could be Judge Judy. I don't know about that. That's too much. I might lose it there. Nope, I want Hondo. Okay. Oh, I cried a little bit. I'm a little sleepy.
Just a little bit.
Okay. I didn't have any caffeine. In my defense, I have no caffeine in me right now, which is probably my problem. Work has broken me the past couple of days. Work has broken me. Okay, so, Judge Judy.
So it's either a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know. Okay, we will let the court decide.
Jason's the wrong generation for this reference. But did you two watch the Amanda Show?
Like what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brain and the Dancing Lobsters.
Oh my God! There it is.
That show was fantastic, and I won't hear a word against it.
Oh my God! Yes. Okay.
Anyway,
I have no idea what it is.
Book of Boba Fett crew has working title. Buccaneer.
Book of Boba Fett. Oh, this is good.
Ooh, where did we find this? I did not know this.
I do not know, but we can't ask David because his internet's down.
He just has ways and context. So Buccaneer. Okay. Run with this theory.
this brings me to my next point, which is I want pirate stories in Star Wars.
More pirate. Will Hondo show up? I'm sorry. I really want Hondo.
The Hondo episode now.
I love Hondo.
Well, in my Clone Wars rewatch, I rewatched the Dooku captured episode with Hondo.
I'm
so good.
So I'm all on board with Hondo now. So not that I wasn't, but I was just sort of like, oh, cool. This is the first. It's weird going back and rewatching it from the beginning because the animation on Bad Batch is like so good, and then sometimes watching the first season, it's kind of like watching like real rough versions of it. But Hondo looked good. I forgot they were all. I don't know. I think I remember so many episodes where it's just sort of Hondo and like whatever weird thing they decided to stick Hondo with. I forgot he like ran a crew. So
he was actually like a legitimate pirate. I still love when he got stuck with all the dudes were like Jedi children.
Yes.
I mean, they were all trying to double cross him, but he was like in charge of like a large crew. So, but as far as the Buccaneer, I mean, I know that Huckleberry was the working title for Mandalorian. So I don't know.
Maybe they're just.
I don't know what it has to. I don't know.
I think they're just playing a game of Scrabble where they're like, "Here, what weird words can we make up that have nothing to do with Star Wars, but also might actually?" Because I don't think Huckleberry has anything to do with Mando.
No.
Anyways,
no. Other than
I'm just excited.
Other than it's a line from Tombstone, and it's kind of a space western. It's kind of the only thing. Well, what they do is they need to have a name if they're going on location or if they're putting like ads out and stuff. They need to be able to, without saying it's the Book of Boba Fett. Right. So like I'm sure Andor has like for that beach they've been shooting on. I'm sure they have some sort of like code name isn't Andor, the new Star Wars show. So
there was new leaks, and you can't see Diego Luna, so I have not yelled about them. But they're shooting in a forest, and I'm excited.
I was really excited to see the new short.
Yeah, I saw those.
I was like, ooh. My nerdy little heart was very happy.
It's like a village or something. They had built a little village in the woods or something. But I didn't see any pictures of
Ewoks.
Of Diego Luna. So
my.
Okay, if they let Diego Luna touch an Ewok,
it wasn't that high.
Shh. Girl can dream.
Oh my God.
Does Diego Luna just give them a list, like Lucasfilm, just a list? And he's like, I want to touch these creatures, like sometime before the end of.
I mean, maybe.
He's an executive producer on Andor. He can do what he wants, really. Okay, speaking of Jabba and the other Hutts, Jason sent us this today, and we need to talk about this. Whatever this is.
Why is this a buff Hutt? I feel very strange looking at this. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that's out of the new...
Is that the new Bounty Hunter?
That is out of the new Darth Vader comic. He's just a Hutt. It's out of the new Darth Vader comic, and I got an email that I got the comic late last night, so it was like 12:30, and I'm like flipping through my Kindle. I was like kind of reading it, and I get to the end, and I see that, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
I have questions.
Because I thought it was Jabba at first. I was like, Jabba let himself go, but no, it's not Jabba. That is Boku the Fett. He's like, this is all part of like the crossover that they're doing with all the Star Wars comics now, or at least the ones set that aren't New Republic, where it's set in between Empire and Return of the Jedi, and they're all trying to get Han Solo before Boba Fett gets him to Jabba the Hutt. And then this is a Vader comic, so apparently Vader is now going to try and steal Han Solo. So this is a weird thing. But I saw that image of
Han
Boku.
Solo and let Boba Fett take him.
Yeah, I don't really, without getting like too into it. It's I kind of feel like a lot of comics currently, the Star Wars like the main is just sort of like, I don't know, like not I know it's supposed to be canon, but I kind of like to pretend that it's not. I mean, I like to pick and choose and stuff. And it's cool. I'm like, okay, that's canon. And then other stuff, I'm like, really, this is like Vader in on trying to get Han Solo from Boba Fett after he just had him and gave him to like the way the comic set it up is. I mean, and we just got through with a whole arc in the Vader comic of him on Exegol and finding all the stuff on Exegol. So I don't know. It's like I don't know. Oh, by the way, the guy that you had up, that's all blacked out. That's Ochi of Bastoon. So he's in this now, hanging out with Vader. So
I don't know how I feel about seeing a buff hut.
It kind of makes
my brain kind of stopped working.
Yeah, the buff hut was the thing that threw me. I'm like, I don't. I've never
forget the storyline. Buff huts.
You'd assume that they'd have to, like, if they want to move at all, they'd have to have some muscle because they're basically like a slug. Like, have you ever felt like a snake? Like the amount of muscles on a snake because of the way they have to move. There's a ton of them. But are huts, like, scaly? Are they more sluggy? Are they...
I can honestly say I've never imagined that.
I mean...
Yeah,
we're gonna have to wait till Diego Luna gets to touch.
Oh my god! And we're back.
Hey, we can go back to Judge Judy.
But that is Boku the Hutt from the latest Darth Vader comic. For anybody
I would like to go back to a time when I didn't know that Boku the Hutt existed because I feel like my brain was a happier place back then.
Well, I think I've seen a buff hut before, but I think it's just like some fan art. Like I didn't. So, but this is like the first like canon Lucasfilm approved buff Boku the Buff Hut. So
oh my!
I added the buff part, but that should be his name. It's Boku the Buff Hut. Actually, he should just be Buff the Hut. I think they really missed an opportunity here.
Oh my god!
Just call him Buff the Hut or Pax the Hut.
I can't.
Very serious news broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I came to this live stream thinking that I would be the one saying weird things, and so far it's not been me.
We just all fed off your energy, man.
It's very.
You know
contagious.
what? I take no responsibility for any of this.
I don't want to know any of you anymore. I regret this. Oh my god!
I've said most of the weird stuff, and I take no responsibility myself. So
no, it's fine.
Do we have anything else?
Right.
Do we have any more book stuff? Or we had. I mean, there was the Make Solo 2 second anniversary was this week, so
that is fun.
I like it, but I seem to most of the articles that sort of came out about it. The three takeaways from most of the articles I kind of looked at was one, people think that this is going to be the next Snyder Cut thing, but you have to remember that people have been doing the Snyder Cut thing for 5 years before it ever happened. So I don't know,
but it happened.
And then it did happen, and then all the other articles either were like, yeah, it should happen, but it should be a Disney Plus show, or no, it shouldn't because Solo sucked. And I was just, that's not really. I much enjoy people on Twitter doing hashtags about it, but how about you guys? We'll go around. Do you want to see it? If so, Disney Plus series, movie. What are we thinking? What are we doing?
I don't really care if it's a Disney Plus series or a movie. I just want to see more of where that story goes because I feel like there's more story before we get to, New Hope, and I want to see more about Kira and Maul and Emphas Nest.
Yeah,
I just want to watch Kira and Maul double cross Maul. Like that's what I want in Solo too.
I mean,
and then Solo randomly
shows up. That's a story we haven't gotten that story yet of how Maul got to be where he was in Twilight of the Apprentice and Rebels. I mean, the last time you see him, really is in Solo and running Crimson Dawn. And then when we see him in Rebels, he's whatever the opposite of that is. He's not. So, so that there is a story to be told of his sort of downfall.
Yeah.
That's small. Probably monologue too long.
Oh my god.
It's every villain's downfall.
Like he was so close. Like he was so close to getting Ahsoka to join him, and then he said the exact wrong thing he shouldn't have. Of I just want to kill Anakin Skywalker, and I'm like, God damn it, you were so close. You were so close, dumbass.
Although I will say, him not saying very much of anything in Phantom Menace did him no favors either.
See, he learned the hard. He just went from one extreme to the other. He just went from one extreme to the other. First I couldn't. First I wouldn't talk. Now you can't get me to shut up. Anyways, off my Maul monologue. I'm monologuing about Maul. How ironic.
This is not
is it
an unusual occurrence, Hannah.
Jason.
That did not just happen. I didn't hear it. I just am going to move right past it.
Choose not to look at it.
Just like buff that. Nobody
What's that?
That's what my friend always says about his dog when he's confronted her with like evidence of her wrongdoing. She's like, if I don't see it, it doesn't happen. If we don't acknowledge that, it just didn't happen.
Just look as far away as you can. Okay. All right. Moving on. Meg, what do you want to see? Please be the sane one of the group. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Emphas Nest.
Yes.
That's it. You know, we don't like
whole tweet.
Because we get like she's not in enough of the movie. We get like some of her story, but like more, please. And like, why don't we see her again after that? Like, where does she go after this? What is she doing? What's her? You know, we've seen her in one other thing, and it was an epilogue in a book. We need more. And I think this is like, if they're gonna do anything with any of the characters, like it doesn't have to be like another movie with all the characters in it. If they're gonna do any kind of spin-off, anything with other characters, can it be her, please? That's all I want.
Do you guys think that the Lando
Well, it's
show
interesting
is
because, like I said,
Solo?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because when I saw the movie, they really set up Enfys Nest as like the big villain of the movie, the big villain of the movie, and come to find out that's not what she is at all. So it would be interesting, some sort of story that, I don't know, shows how she got that reputation. Because they call her group like a bunch of marauders, which is not what they are. Right. So that would be an interesting. I guess that's the thing, and is there's so many interesting stories that could be spun off from Solo, aside from just another Han Solo adventure. You have the Kira story, the Maul story, the Crimson Dawn story, the Enfys Nest story, and it just seems like, I don't know, as the years go by and more people have more sort of pleasant feelings about Solo, it's I would be shocked if we don't see something in the next couple of years.
Right.
Even if all we still got, I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed getting another Han Solo adventure. The other characters intrigue me more, but I thought that Alden Ehrenreich was delightful as Han Solo, and I would love another heist movie.
Yeah,
also,
and I think that's the other thing that you could really do in a second Solo movie is because you don't have to have the scene where Han and Chewie meet. You don't have to have the scene where he gets the Falcon. You don't have to have the scene where he meets Lando. You don't have to have the scene where he gets his gun or gets his name. You know, we've done all that in the first movie. So now we can just send Han and Chewie on an adventure and bring in some of those characters from the first movie or not. You know, I mean, expand the Star Wars universe and bring in a whole new group of interesting people. But movie Disney Plus. I have a feeling if it happens, it'll be on Disney Plus, mostly because I feel like there's so much prestige now attached to doing a Disney Plus show. I mean, after like Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Mandalorian and WandaVision, that it seems like and Loki coming up. I feel like it's like, and we can tell a longer story and we get to spend as much money on it or make it look like we spend as much money on it as we had on a feature. So,
and you keep the weekly hype. Like Bad Batch is constantly trending every Friday. Loki's going to be trending every Wednesday. Like you keep a lot of interest and conversation going when you do that. And I think that's something that Netflix, I think, again, I like Netflix. I like the shows that have been offered on it, but I think they lose a lot of momentum by giving everything all at once.
Yeah. Agreed.
Which, I mean, there's benefits and drawbacks to both constantly, but
I think Hulu has the best, I mean, to talk about anything but Star Wars here for a second, but I think Hulu has kind of the best pattern because they'll do like 3 the first week, and then it's 1 every week after that. So it's enough that first week to give you like a huge chunk, and maybe to get you hooked and get you interested, and then they give you 1 a week after that. Actually, Bad Batch, I would say that's kind of what they did with Bad Batch. They just made it a movie instead of like 3 episodes. So
one thing I can say with Disney Plus is it seems to be that there's always been this hierarchy in the acting world of doing, like, theater and film are 2 different mediums, but those are the prestigious ones. There's almost television has always been seen as lower than those. And I think with more things being released streaming and being released as series instead of movies, I really think that stigma is starting to fade for actors, that they're doing a streaming series, they're not doing quote unquote television. Because there was always this idea of, if you're doing television, you're doing, a weekly soap opera. And there's nothing wrong with that. It was just always one of those silly things in the acting world that people were weird about.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at stuff that's on now. I mean, Mary Town's got Kate Winslet in it, so it's not like she's a, slumming TV actress. I mean, she's got a freaking Oscar, for God's sake. So yeah, I think the streaming stuff is. I mean, tomorrow's the big Friends reunion that's going to be on streaming. That's not going to be on TV. So.
Yeah, I think that perception of TV as a lesser medium is really changing, and I think it's because of big shows like Game of Thrones and Mandalorian and Shadow and Bone and stuff that's so high production value for television.
Right. Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, I would at this point. I'll take any of the versions of it. I mean, I might even take a book. But yeah, I would like to see that. Yes. I would like to see some of those characters continue on. So
yes.
Here's the time to say that I want to see the story that happens after the epilogue of Solo, because the epilogue of the book of Solo is Emphas Nest giving the coaxium to Saw Gerrera, and she meets baby Jyn Erso. So not that I haven't read Jyn for like.
Is it really?
Yet.
I'm so proud of you. This is like a record.
Saw has Jyn with him when Emphas Nest goes to see him, because Jin's like.
Well, that would make. I mean, that makes sense, but I didn't know that was at the end of the book.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have ways to find out whenever, like, literally somebody mentions Jyn, like, somebody's telegraph key starts going, my radars line up, and they all beam to my house. You think I'm kidding? You should see Hannah's mall link up.
It's amazing. Just constantly like, yep, it went off. Okay.
There's been a disturbance in the Force.
There is.
Yes.
Always. I sense Maul has done something stupid again.
Oh no.
Again.
He could be in Bad Batch.
Oh my God. Like, I will lose my ever-loving marbles. And you will hear my scream from the south. Do you know how, I think I've told this story before, but when Thrawn's name came up in The Mandalorian, I was at home sharing a room with my sister at 6 a.m. Could not make a sound when that happened.
Oh no.
And I was just like sitting there going, just like screaming silently into my pillow. It was a lot. That was a lot.
I mean, that's what happened to me with Bo-Katan.
It was when Bo-Katan came on, Meg just.
It was very early in the morning, and I couldn't do anything, but I had feelings. There were tears.
So many emotions.
I'm so sad I didn't know all of y'all when this happened, because I feel like this could be.
It would have been something. Oh my God. Yeah, that was a lot. I'm sorry. My house is dissolving into chaos right now.
My house just has like this baseline.
He has decided to choose chaos today.
Oh my God.
I have wiener dogs. They wake up every morning and they're like, I choose chaos. I'm like, it is 6 a.m.
Like,
it is too early.
Oh my God, no. Anyways.
Our last story David has given us.
Oh, please. Yay!
Is it a Star Wars birthday?
Oh.
Star Wars birthday. Yesterday was. It's also my dad's birthday yesterday, so that was a fun day. I was like, I have to wish him a happy birthday before I say anything about Star Wars. I have to have my priorities.
It gets kind of weird because, like we've said, they switched from May releases to December releases, and then they tried May for Solo, and then went back to December, which I prefer December, but that's me.
I like it as part of like my Christmas.
See, my thing is just when it's hot outside, I get that it's summer blockbuster season, but May is not the time I want to go to the movies. May, it's actually nice in Illinois, except for today. It's like 90 outside. It's gross.
It's nasty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was terrible.
Star Wars month. It's been fun. I've kind of enjoyed it because I think this is the first year I've been like really fully aware of that May. The entirety of May is Star Wars month. I think my favorite. Okay, so any good memories from this May? Like Star Wars related, I really like the Attack of the Clones love that happened. I don't know why. I was just very on board for that and had a great time.
It had its own day, so it got a lot of love. It didn't, like Phantom Menace and Revenge of the Sith had to share.
Yeah, that one. There's like that one was interesting. But yeah, I don't know. That was my favorite.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page as Hannah, but it was just like a lot of prequel love. Which, you know, again, being so old and remembering when, you know, it was anybody who mentioned the prequels mentioned how George Lucas ruined their childhood. To now seeing it on when people talk about it on Twitter, they're like, I love this movie. I grew up with it. I think it's great. And I'm like, you know, it's really nice to see that. Look, first of all, it's nice to see Star Wars fans not complaining about Star Wars. But then we're just sort of the outpouring of love for the prequels.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait till June. Everybody will go back to June. Everybody will hate everything in June. But for May, everybody would seem to be up about Star Wars, and that was kind of nice to see. So
y'all haven't seen my June persona. June 1st at midnight, I turn into a walking rainbow. It's bad, guys.
You know what? Do what you need to do. Achieve your final form.
There you go.
Evolve, Eevee.
My favorite part
Emily's
so far
not here, so Pokemon.
Yeah. My favorite part is just that it's been all month. I mean, there's been something to talk about all month between Star Wars Day. We had our talk with Pop Insider, which was really interesting, learning about the mechanics of some of the toy business. And then just with Bad Batch coming out, it's just kept the conversation going all month. And I'm like, there's people to talk to. Pandemic life is really rough, guys.
It's been fun.
It has. I'm trying to like pick out like one thing that I love the most. I mean, honestly, for me, it's just like getting to talk to so many people about Star Wars things. Like, you know, I've been like around here for a while, but like this is like the first like May that like I've just had like the opportunity to like talk with a lot of different people about a lot of different things. And like I love just hearing like what other people's like favorite things in Star Wars are, and like what do they like, what's their like one thing that they're like obsessed with, or like what just makes them really happy, because like everyone seems to have like their one thing. Like they love Star Wars overall for the most part, but like they have that one thing, and like that just, it makes me so happy to see people happy about this thing that we're all here in love with. It brings me joy.
That's what I asked people. I started a Discord server for LGBTQ Star Wars fans, and the thing when everybody came in, I said, "Okay, what's your Star Wars thing?" Because everybody has a Star Wars thing.
Yep.
And people were listing off a lot of things they loved, but as you get to know someone, you get to learn their thing, and they've pegged me as they're like, her thing is Rogue One. I'm like, exactly. Yeah. Somebody else's is, you know, when you're a Star Wars fan and you like that one character that has all of 2 minutes of screen time and maybe a name, but you would die for them.
Right.
You know, or just somebody has, like, one of the people in my Discord has a fully Rebel Legion authorized cosplay of Gold Leader. Like, how long is that character in the movies?
Oh, that's amazing.
Couple minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's just all these people with these interests that, like, each, no matter what you do in Star Wars, there's somebody that will become their Star Wars persona.
Yep.
And it's amazing.
I love it. It's like my favorite part.
Oh, makes me so happy. Yay, Star Wars!
Yay!
I mean, aside from everything else, I also enjoyed. I think it wasn't this weekend, maybe it was the weekend before. My nephew in his Batman costume with a Darth Vader helmet. I thought that was really
cool.
The ultimate crossover we didn't know we needed.
Well, plus he did it on Mother's Day, and he did it this weekend when I was over. He's now quoting the Luke Vader fight in Empire, so he'll be like, so you'll like be sitting there with him, and he'll put his fist up, he'll go, "Join me," and then he goes, "You say no, that's impossible." So like I have to be Luke and like fall out of my chair to fall out of the thing, and he's like, "Join me."
Oh, I love children.
So yeah, so that's been a highlight for me.
Oh my God, guys!
He's super into Darth Vader, which is
I love it. That kid's gonna go places.
Mm-hmm.
So bad.
Yeah, the thing that kills me though is the fist. He does the fist. Join me. The fist is what kills me. The fist is what cracks me up every time. So.
Can you videotape this? Like just because we all need to see it?
I think. Yeah, I'll see him. I think I'll see him Monday, and I'm sure he'll do it again because he does it every time. Because whoever he's talking to has to be Luke, and they have to go. No, that's impossible. They have to say that.
No.
Everybody needs to know their line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, he'll direct you. He'll be like,
good. He's a future.
You say no, that's impossible.
He's a future.
Yeah.
So with this crossover idea with Batman, that's now Rangers of the New Republic. It's New Republic Rangers going rogue and vigilante justice. It's just Galaxy of Batmans.
Yes. Star Wars Batman. Space Batman. Or,
Space Batman.
I think they have a Batman in space.
Hey, I saw a rumor the other day that Indiana Jones 5 was going to be set in space, so apparently that's the thing.
I'm so happy I saw Last Crusade this week, but I am not looking forward to Indy 5. They're going to really have to impress me with this trailer when it comes out, if it ever comes out.
Crystal Skull better than you guys all hated on it. Good Lord. It was better than Temple of Doom.
Really?
No.
Temple of Doom is like...
That's an off-show conversation.
Yeah. Oh, also, he is finally here.
Sweet sweater boy!
Yeah. Oh, where's mine?
If you guys look,
idea.
he has the hole in his sweater.
He does?
He does.
Look, I was going to ask if he has I was like, they have
I haven't
a hole
opened
in the
this
sweater.
yet, but I'm a child and I open my toys.
I have like 10 unopened ones. I can't find them.
Look,
I'm fine.
He has the hole in his sweater.
That.
Tiny.
Oh my God.
It's tiny little hole.
Oh.
But he still has a scar, and he doesn't have a scar in this scene, so I don't know why they chose to put a scar on there, but it's fine. I love my good boy and his good boy
Send
sweater.
it back. It's not right.
You will pry my good boy out of my cold, dead hands. I waited a long time for him.
Oh, speaking of prying things out of my cold, dead hands.
Your Mando helmet?
My Mando helmet, man. Do I need to go get it?
Yes.
Do I need to go get it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, go get it.
I will go get it.
Go ahead.
Since you're twisting my arm.
We'll vamp until you get it.
I'll find my pen.
We'll have a song and dance number.
Oh my God, there's so many. I'm gonna knock them up.
Are you okay?
It's so weird. I finally now gotten
Earth
into collecting I finally got into collecting Black Series, and they're not making any Rise of Skywalker ones. I don't want a ton of them. I would like Ben Solo. I would like a couple other characters, but apparently that's not happening. So
you're like on a delay tonight, Jason.
Black Series. Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay. It's just that's why I don't always know when you're talking, because your mouth is not matching up with your words. So sorry if I'm interrupting you. That's because I can't tell.
It's okay.
I'm gonna grab the one that's
I think after a couple of things I've said tonight, it's probably best I don't talk.
Oh, did you know?
I don't know what you're talking about. This has been a great show.
Oh, I forgot it. I thought I muted it. Sorry if y'all just heard like the chaos of me just like blazing into my room.
I wondered if you were all right.
No, I'm fine. It's fine. No, I've got so I have all of my ARC gear for my kit, and it's in 4 boxes, and then this is in another box that's in another box, and I was trying to find it in the dark.
Oh no!
But I found it.
Is Doggo helping?
Found it.
Oh my god!
It's so shiny.
It's so fucking shiny.
Oh
like this
my
is
god! Look
Shiny,
at it.
shiny.
one of my uncle who used to be 501st. He's like, Hannah, who made that? And I'm like, plastic. Like this whole thing is plastic. I love the inside. I don't know if I can show you the inside, but like it's padded, and actually it looks like it's got like wires and gears and shit. Like,
I love that so much.
Like Pedro, I need to know what the inside of your helmet looks like for comparison purposes. Like
you could probably tweet at him and he might answer you,
like,
because
Pedro,
every now and then
please,
that man chooses chaos.
He does, and it's got like a little strap. It actually fits my big ass head.
Oh my god!
You look so good in it.
I'm so happy.
We can go with the shirt I made for myself.
Oh, I love that.
There you go.
My voice sounds funny. Anyways,
coming to you live from the inside of Hannah's helmet.
No, it's super nice. It's super nice. Now I've got to find a helmet mount because my hunter helmet should be coming in the next couple of weeks too.
That's exciting.
Yes, I'm so excited. The guy who's doing it for me, he sent me a live video he did of him painting mine and another's, and I'm like, it looks so pretty. I've been waiting for that one since February, man, but it's gonna be worth it. So excited. This one I waited 6 months for. I called GameStop twice because I pre-ordered it, and it's like, okay, you're gonna get it in like April when it was supposed to come out. Didn't get it all of April. I'm like, okay, I know they've been having trouble, stuff like that. Called them at the beginning of May, and they're like, oh yeah, it should be out in a couple of weeks. Waited a couple of weeks, nothing. And I'm like, y'all, this is not cheap.
This is not the way.
And they're
this is not the way.
And they're like, we have your order. It's going to be out in June. And I'm like, thank you.
Yay.
I don't know what determined it, but you know what? It's here. You have to pry it off my cold dead body.
I love it. You just have to show up to every stream with wearing it now.
One of my friends wanted me to wear it to her wedding, and I told her no.
Oh no!
Oh, they're huge Star Wars fans. Like they're actually doing like the whole like NeoPixel lightsaber thing. I'm like, over my dead body, will I wear this because I actually want to have a good time and see.
Right.
I have no peripheral. I see now why Mando did like why Pedro acted the way he did. Like once the helmet was off, like you have no fucking periphery.
Yeah.
Like at all.
Oh god. Yeah.
Like, anyways, this is we can just love the shiny. Shiny.
That is very cool.
I may have bought another Funko Pop because I have no self-control.
Oh god, which one?
Wait, you bought one during the show?
No, this was yesterday.
Oh, okay. I thought while Hannah was doing her helmet, you were buying Funko Pops. So it's like, wait.
No, although there are times if I'm waiting for something and I'm on my phone during a stream, just don't judge me. There's days. No, I bought another Jenner, so her in the Imperial disguise.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't have that one.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
The thing is, there's a finite number of Jin Funko Pops, so there is a stopping point.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's because I have one. It doesn't matter. You're correct.
Let's just say I have two. I think there's like 6 or so because there's young Jin. There's her just in her normal outfit, her with her hood up, her Imperial disguise without the helmet, with the helmet, and her on Edu.
Gotcha. Why? Oh.
Oh
my god.
Oh.
He doesn't know what to make of it. He's so scared of it.
Oh no.
He's like, I think that's you, but I don't know if that's you.
Oh no.
Friends, help! My mother has disappeared.
You should be used to it at this point. This is my second helmet. But the hunter one might scare him a little bit. I don't know. I think he was more disturbed that he could see his face.
Did you guys see somebody made art of Tamara Morrison's different looks as the entire Bad Batch, and it's the funniest thing I've seen in my life.
God. Yeah.
It was the tech one. I
knew that guy laughing. In college, I'm pretty sure, and he was kind of a dick.
Oh my God.
Well, I think unless somebody else did they leave us any other news stories, or we?
No,
I checked Twitter and nothing new has happened.
Do them all?
Yeah.
We did, and we improved a lot of them.
Did we talk about, I know I came on a little bit later. Did we talk about Dino Jose Older's new Nor mystery? Yes. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I got really excited about that one. Sorry.
It's exciting. I'm excited.
So excited.
You missed Meg's little High Republic monologue. It was fantastic.
Okay. Caffeine fuels so many great things in my life. That
it was beautiful, and I was in awe of it.
Thank you. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hopefully not with as much caffeine inside of me, but we'll see.
Please do that again.
It's great.
It's glorious. We missed you.
We're all gonna start huffing helium before show.
Yeah, Meg, welcome back.
This is the way, guys.
I'm gonna just start doing Hondo quotes. I'll read. Okay, so you know what? Hear me out.
Okay, guys. This
High
has
Republic,
been the
but reading helium.
Live.
I'm gonna read Mark-Yon Rose quotes as menacing as I can on helium.
Please, can we please do it as a bonus and put it on Patreon?
Get helium ready.
There we go.
Okay.
This has been the Followers of Force Live. You can find us on the social medias below. We will be back on Saturday with another live stream. Until then, may the Force be with you until this gets weirder.
Weirder. Yeah, thanks for saying